So I haven't done one of these in a long time where I sit down and actually have a conversation with people. I've been really focused on my training and getting ready for the next phases of my competition life, etc. So haven't really sat down and had a conversation with you guys in a long time. So I wanted to talk a little bit about it, and it kind of it goes along with kind of like my current phase of what I'm doing and a lot of clients in general. I got several clients that are going to be going through cutting phases. So and I'm helping even my mom go through a cutting phase right now. So the way I strategize it is going to be a little bit different than some. It's going to, for me, everything that I do, my entire thought process behind training as a whole is really focused on sustainability, thing one, and maintaining what we either gain or lose after that phase is over. So if we are trying to lose weight, we want to maintain that weight loss. And not really I don't like to think about it in the sense of weight loss as much as I like to think about it in the through the lens of body recomposition or body fat loss, because we don't just want to lose weight because we want to bring the number on that scale down. We want to think about it like, okay, how do I get to a point where I like what I see when I'm out of the shower, right? When you're naked, that's essentially what we want to see. We want to see progress there. We don't necessarily need to just see a number on the scale go down. We want to see real lifelong changes. So the way we do that, we want to make sure that the effectiveness of the diet continues. So we don't want to be in a dieting phase for too long. Generally speaking, I put my clients in a weight loss phase between 8 and 12 weeks, 12 weeks being the absolute longest period of time. 12 weeks is a pretty long time to be in a cutting phase. That also, the downside to that is because it's a 12-week cutting phase, you don't see the results as quickly, so that can become kind of frustrating. So the percentage of body weight lost in the 12-week phase it's a longer process. The pros of that, it's easier to do because the deficit is not as big, so you don't feel as hungry as you would during like an 8-week phase or like a mini cut, like a 4-week, right? So during those phases, we want to make sure that we are not losing too quickly in any one of those times. The upper percentile of weight loss should be around 3% per week on average for the course of the 6 to 8 weeks. Anything more than that is going to be kind of shooting ourselves in the foot and potentially losing muscle mass, and we don't want to do that. That's not going to put us it's not going to get us to where we want to be. Now, I have some clients that are going to be in a weight gaining phase. Now, the weight gaining phase is a little bit different. Because that's going to be a shorter duration of time. Generally speaking, the weight gain clients, I put them in a bulking phase for a short amount of time, so we're not continuously putting body fat on. So we have to understand in either one of those phases, you're going to you're not going to be able to put muscle mass on in a cutting phase. It's impossible. You can maintain as much as you possibly can with a very well thought out hypertrophy program, but you're not going to gain muscle. During a bulking phase, you are going to gain body fat. It's inevitable. You're not going to keep your six-pack abs during that bulking phase. Now, these are the thought processes that I have in without the help of any anabolic compound. And this is not me condoning or promoting either way of that you choose to do it. That's up to you completely. But understand that with no help from any anabolic compound, you're not going to be able to either A, maintain a low percent body fat during a bulking phase, or B, be able to gain muscle mass during a cutting phase. That's something that's very important to understand. But if you are interested in potentially sitting down and talking with me more and then working with me long-term, via online as a virtual coach, I would love to sit down and have a conversation with you. Now, I'm, gladly taking calls and sit downs.